Is your company invincible? That's maybe a question a lot of companies are asking themselves these days. Whether it's resilient, innovative, future-proofed, you name it, over the last 14 to 15 months, many companies have definitely felt the pressure, and some haven't made it, while others are excelling brilliantly. And many companies have come and gone over the years, that thought they were invincible. Is there really such thing as an invincible company? I'm not really sure about that, but I do know that when you look at patterns of companies that have been successful over the years, have reinvented themselves, companies that face digital challenges like New York Times come to mind. An organization that constantly reinvents itself before it becomes obsolete. That's the Invincible Company. It explores the future while excelling at exploiting the present. It cultivates an innovation and execution culture that lives in harmony under the same roof. It competes on superior business models and transcends traditional industry boundaries. Now, when you think of innovation, what's the hardest part? We can come up with a lot of ideas, and that's a fun part of innovation. But the other half, the other side of innovation, is that execution piece. So how do you become an invincible company? Well, you constantly reinvent yourself. You compete on these superior business models. And when you innovate, there are really three places that you need to focus: the customer or the target customer, the value proposition, and the value creation architecture. This has a lot to do with execution. I've worked with many organizations over the years, including dozens of startups, as well as mature Fortune 500 firms. And one of the most pressing issues I've seen all of these firms, small or large, face is focus, segmentation, the ability to identify a killer value prop and deliver it with the value architecture. It's a foundational part of any business model, is to really know your customers. So of course, this is an important building block. Then managing the relationships, so the journey of that customer with you from prospect to loyal advocate, is so critical. And by now, most organizations have received the memo. Customer experience is more important now than ever to customers. It's not just a B2B thing, it's a B2C thing. Frankly, it's a B2B2C thing and a B2G thing. It's just a customer thing. And it's very much a survival thing. While it may be very top of mind for marketing, it is a top priority for every executive. Customer DNA, xDNA, is a framework that will help you organize your thinking about how to think about customer experience management. This framework is also particularly useful to drive AI strategy and opportunities. It's no surprise that we must start with segmentation and persona development. Are you leveraging AI and machine learning to get the most out of your data? Do you have cutting-edge customer identity resolution solutions to even know who your prospects are when multiple touch points are used across the customer journey? Well, we found that many companies lack the integrated capabilities, data, and insight to genuinely deliver on consumers' changing needs. They have not yet mapped out all the jobs the customer wants to be done and the related jobs the organization needs to do to effectively produce that winning experience throughout the life cycle of the customer journey. Many struggle to know what kind of experience their customers are having, let alone to proactively design a holistic experience. This is one reason why we find using the framework that we call the Customer Experience CxDNA as critical, a critical approach to solving this problem. Why DNA? Because DNA is a double helix. It's two strands that are interwoven. So we think of two strands of actions. There's the customer action, CA, and the organizational action, OA, and those things work together.